Mr. Kaminsky.
Here.
Mr. DeSarno.
Here.
Mayor Morgan.
Here.
Mrs. Joffrey.
Here.
Mr. Kogan.
Here.
Mrs. McKnight.
Here.
This is a meeting of Borough Council, Borough of New Providence, County of Union, State of New Jersey. Adequate notice has been given in accordance with PL 1975, Chapter 231. That annual notice of revision was made in conformance with Section 13 of the Act. Right now, we have a proclamation for Arc of Union County, but I don't see anybody there, so why don't we send them mail them the proclamation. Need approval for minutes for May 28th, please.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No, so be it. Okay, we have correspondence. Board of Adjustment for 1260 Springfield Avenue. Planning Board for 915 Central Avenue, and we heard that the other night. Union County Board of Commissioners, road closures for New Providence special events. We want to thank them for always helping us out in that regard. Rebecca Clemente, Murray Hill Commons Association about the sidewalk replacement. Council should know that we never put that sidewalk in. It is their sidewalk, so they are responsible for it. Hownia Beswick about the bamboo ordinance. I know you sent something over. That's something we should look at again.
It's something if you're interested.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, any comments?
Yeah, I provided a few comments on that, that ordinance. I think definitely something we should be considering for sure.
Yeah, we should definitely talk about it. Okay, council business, engineering.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution 2024-169, resolution appointing Dominic Torano as part-time substitute electrical inspector for the Borough of New Providence, County of Union, and State of New Jersey. This is a substitute position. Dominic would be available on an as-needed basis, providing coverage in the absence of the appointed electrical inspector subcode official. Resolution 2024-170, resolution approving change order number 1 for Riverview Paving, Inc. in the deduct amount of $57,348.48 for the NJDOT FY 2022 Fairmont, Bromley Court, and Woodcrest Drive Improvement Project. This is the closeout paperwork for the NJDOT FY 2022 Fairmont Road, Bromley Court, and Woodcrest Drive improvements. The project came in $57,348.48 under the contracted price of the project.
Great. Finance, Diane.
Thank you, Mayor. The next two resolutions are resolutions providing for the insertion of any special item of revenue in the 2024 budget pursuant of NJSA 40A 4-87, Chapter 159, PL 1948. The first one is the State of New Jersey 2024 Clean Communities Grant. This year, the borough is receiving $36,275.81. The Clean Community Program was created in 1986 with funding from taxes levied on the sale of litter-generating products. In 2002, the Clean Communities Fund was reauthorized. 21 counties and 559 municipalities are eligible to receive funding, and we can use the funding for litter cleanup and removal, public education, and information regarding litter, graffiti abatement, and Bag Up New Jersey. So very exciting. We received over $36,000 this year. The second insertion is for Sustainable New Jersey 2024 grant. We received a $2,000 grant, which was funded by PSEG Foundation. This grant will help cover our Green Challenge, which I won't steal your thunder, Alex, because I think you're probably talking about it later. But that's really exciting also. The biggest thing for me is that Green Challenge helps us to get towards our goal of attaining silver status for Sustainable New Jersey. Resolution 2024-173 is a resolution authorizing payment of the attached bills payable list in the amount of $259,191.03. And the significant items include our June library appropriation of $98,250.08, our monthly bill for grand sanitation in the amount of $32,445, $21,648.60 for Collier's Engineering for our traffic analysis signal timing, and then $18,390.30 for downtown improvements, second quarter payment, and then $18,021.97 for yard waste disposal to UC Utilities Authority. And then we have Resolution 2024-174, which is Tower Management Financing PTSPV, Borough of New Providence, Block 103, Lot 24, Rear 851B, Springfield Avenue Docket, numbers 001827-2016, 00210-2017, 004504-2018, 001966-2019, 003048-2020, 002808-2021, 002885-2022, and 614-2023. And this is tax appeal settlements.
Okay, legal, Pete.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution 2024-175 is a resolution relative to the issuance of club license to Hilltop Social Club, Inc. for the 2024-2025 license year. That's for Lantern Hill. Resolution 2024-176 is a resolution relative to the issuance of a plenary retail distribution license to Jansha, is that how you say it? LLC for the 2024-2025 license year. This is for M&M Liquors. Resolution 2024-177 is a resolution relative to issuance of a plenary retail consumption license to Murray Hill In Licensed Services LLC for the 2024-2025 license year. Resolution 2024-178 is a resolution relative to the issuance of a plenary retail distribution license to JFWNPEB Inc. for the 2024-2025 license year. This is for Jersey Fine Wines. Resolution 2024-179, a resolution relative to the issuance of a plenary retail distribution license to Providence Liquors Inc. for the 2024-2025 license year. Resolution 2024-180 is a resolution relative to the issuance of plenary retail consumption license to Alley Cat Inc. for the 2024-2025 license year. That's Harley's. And then finally, Resolution 2024-181 is a resolution relative to the issuance of a plenary retail consumption license to Porto Healy, I believe it's pronounced, for the 2024-2025 license year, and that's Prestige Diner. That's it, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Alex, personnel.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution 2024-182, resolution approving revised employee 457 deferred compensation plan 92-PD-Lincoln 121316. So Lincoln Financial has updated the 457B governmental plan document that the borough is currently using to comply with the amended section of the Internal Revenue Code and the rules and regulations issued thereunder, more commonly referred to as acts and regulations. This revised document was submitted and approved by the New Jersey Division of Local Government Services. The proposed amended plan will have no negative future impact on any participant account and will not negatively affect any past benefits accrued to the participant or the participant's beneficiaries up to the date of the amendment. Likewise, this revised plan will not affect the borough's operation or cost to the borough as the employer.
Okay, We have a raffle application for the Lions Club, RA 1218. It was properly reviewed and prepared. An ordinance 2409, which is amending the Chapter 51 of the Code of New Providence with the fire department, and they're bringing that up to state code. Okay, Public Works. Alex.
Resolution 2024-183, resolution approving requisition R2401175 for corrosion products and equipment. I believe that says Inc. An amount not to exceed $23,412 for mechanical seals and spiral tracks for the conversion of low lift pumps at the wastewater treatment plant. So this just approves the purchase of the mechanical seals, spiral track for 3 low lift pumps at the wastewater treatment plant using our capital funds.
Okay, let's go to committee reports. First, I want to say thank you for the Sharing Network for cooperating with us with the 5K. What a great event. A lot of people showed up, and it was a good day to run. It was cool and a little bit of rain, but it was all good. The other thing is that I'm happy to say that Niche puts out a report every year about the different municipalities. Out of the 565 municipalities, New Providence was rated number 12 as best place to live. I think that's quite an accomplishment, and I want to thank all our employees, our volunteers, the residents, and I want to thank the council for doing such a good job and controlling costs and bringing everything up to date. So I know there's a lot of things that we spend money on that people don't even see. For one is the pumps at the sewer plant, and a lot of work goes underground that nobody sees. So I just want to thank you all. We stay the course and make this the best place we can to live at an affordable rate. Okay, Diane.
And kudos to prior councils who have led the way. I only have a couple things. Historical Society had a very successful flea market. Cemetery tours are back, and I believe the next one is this Saturday. So that's always an exciting thing, such a fun event and very informative. Downtown Improvement District, we had our quarterly meeting today, and there's a lot going on. The lights in town are being fixed, up that wrap the poles. A lot of good things coming down the pike with that. And just because I'm always talking about the high school, the Board of Ed, we have high school graduation on Friday. 8th grade promotion, I believe, is on Thursday. 6th graders are also leaving Saltbrook and AWR. You're going to have project graduation. There's a lot going on. They had their prom recently. There's a lot of stuff going on. So congratulations to all the kids, and take tissues, parents. That's it.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to congratulate all the seniors and their graduation coming up. My daughter's one of them. Looking forward to a really fun and rewarding day for all those kids that worked really, really hard. Let's see. Recreation, summer camps, they begin this Monday, so the 6th to 17th, so school's out Fridays, camps start on Monday. There's still some room. If anybody's looking for sports camps or anything of that nature, please contact Recreation. The borough's running a green challenge, right? So there's a green challenge running right now from June 17th to July 14th. You can sign up online for your green challenge. Free some gifts if you accomplish certain goals. I don't know if Alex had anything on that, but
Keep stealing my thunder.
sorry, buddy. Sorry. What else? The last thing I wanted to mention was the tennis courts. So tennis courts 1 through 4 are being resurfaced, and I understand. I took a walk over there. I know it's perfect weather that we had this week, and people wanted to get out and on the tennis courts, and I'm sure they were upset they couldn't do that. But they had to wait, obviously, for the high school season to end, and is trying to get it in before the summer camps begin. So it is the perfect time to get it done.
It looks
so
great.
Yeah, it looked terrific.
Gorgeous.
I think June 13th. It was. I saw a notice from the
Thursday, they'll
Thursday.
open Thursday morning. There was some, a little delay because of the weather.
Yep.
All right, that's all I had.
Okay, Pete?
Yeah, Mayor, in your absence, as you know, on Wednesday, May 29th, I attended the Board of Education meeting where I had the honor of presenting Dr. David Michelli with a proclamation as well as a key to the city. As you know, Dr. Michelli has served our community very well for 20 years in the New Providence School District, 18 of which as serving as superintendent. During his accomplished career and his tenure, many accolades, including New Providence one year was ranked high school number 1 in New Jersey. He was Union County Superintendent of the Year one year, many more to speak of as well. So a real honor to pay respect to the work that he's done, and we'll certainly wish Dr. Zerpeli, the new superintendent, much continued success. Thank you.
Yeah, a little thing about David. I went to say goodbye to him today. I guess he's leaving Friday. And I got to tell you, a very, very easy man to work with. We did a lot of different things together. As you know, most of the time Board of Educations and borough councils don't get along, but we do in this town. We're housed in the same building. We work together. We're like a family. But some of the things that I've worked with Dr. Michelli was the shooting, Uvalde shooting, and we put in we were one of the first to put in the SROs in the schools, and he was right on board. The other thing we worked on was during COVID, which was a difficult time for everyone. So I just want to thank him because those were two things that were all public safety, but he worked hand in hand with us, the police department, with me, and I can't thank him enough for his outstanding tenure as superintendent. So, okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor. So on Sunday, Mayor Morgan and Councilwoman McKnight and I went to the Unity Race Amity Day that was held in Berkeley Heights this year. A couple of weeks ago, we had the organizers come and help us. Again, it was student-run, as it's been the last couple of years. And I just have to say what an impressive professional job by our students, by our leaders, by our organizers who did that. So we worked with Berkeley Heights, Springfield. I believe there were people there from Summit. There were a lot of different booths. We had Diversity Club. We had Spanish Honor Society was there. Math Club was there. A lot of different interesting booths. A couple about mental health, which we'll try to look to bring our group in next year with that as well. And I do have a statistic, and this isn't everybody who signed in, because a lot of people didn't sign in. We had 165 people in attendance, guests representing 23 different towns. Of course, most from New Providence. We had 64. But that's just an estimate. So we had a very, very good turnout. The weather was a little iffy in the beginning, but it worked out well. Performances by very, very talented singers. There was dancing. It was a great, great time for sure. The passports were a big hit. Kids went to each of the countries, had a stamp in their passport. It was a great, great day for sure. So I want to thank everybody for putting that together and organizing that. And we look forward to having it again next year and bringing it home here to New Providence and again doing it bigger and better. The only thing we didn't get to do on Sunday was the holy colors. There was a lot of conflicts that day, so we're going to save that for another time where we can have more participants. So stay tuned for when we will be bringing holy here to New Providence soon.
Yeah, Alex and I really liked that last year.
Yeah, that was great.
I was upset I missed it last
We
year.
looked like a
so-
Disney commercial.
Well,
Beautiful.
we saved it for
I
you
looked like
guys.
that peacock in
Yeah.
NBC.
Well, we'll be doing it sometime soon, so stay tuned.
Great.
Okay,
And that's
Alex.
it for me.
Just a couple things Matt mentioned from the Recreation Department and through the Sustainability Committee, the Green Challenge, June 17th through the 14th. Sign up at NP Rec. There's a Community
Attention,
Pass.
Community
There's
Pass.
a very nice banner out front that has a QR code if you shouldn't be using your phone while you're driving, but it is a nice way to get some more information on that. We had a meeting on the New Jersey Film Ready, where it looks, our goal is to be compliant before the next round. I think July 31st we have to submit, or don't quote me on that date. I want to thank Bernadette for the paving schedule that's on the website. I think 11 streets are scheduled already, and there's more to follow depending on weather and scheduling. So thank you for posting that. And just one other thing, yesterday Councilman Comiskey, Councilman DeSarno, and NP Lions Club had a wonderful golf outing. My golfing partner let me down, but no, it was a really great venue. A lot of nice borough businesses sponsoring that. It was a really nice event to be part of. So
Next year, the women play golf.
Yeah.
that's all I have.
Lisa?
Last week, the beautification committee met, and they came up with a lot of ideas and a lot of goals. But we kind of narrowed it down to really kind of focusing on Centennial Park this year. And another one of their goals I just want to mention is they want to sort of educate the residents that they exist and what they do and what they've contributed to the town. So they plan to kind of put out little clips of, just little, informational clips of, hey, we're the beautification committee. These are some of the projects that we've provided to the borough, over the past couple of years, and this is what our goals are. But like I was saying, Centennial Park, the goal is really to, like we did last year for the holidays, but maybe add a couple other things, maybe some photo opportunity, fun things. So, and the way they finance that is, it's all from the beautification committee. The borough does not provide any of that funding. So they sell the house signs. So if you don't have a house sign, you get one. The form is going to be in the next New Providence newsletter that goes out for this quarter. There's a QR code for the form. So, really that street sign has been able to fund so many things in this town. It's really unbelievable. We're also going to try maybe look at getting some sponsorships for the lights, but we're still talking about that. But stay tuned.
Okay,
The house signs are actually very important for our first responders.
and UPS drivers.
Yeah. Yes.
One thing I do have to announce, I always do chat with the mayor on the first Friday. It's July 5th, and everybody's going to be away anyway, so we're going to do it on the 16th instead. Okay, Bernadette, you're up.
Thank you, Mayor. So, Alex, just to direct people in the right place, so on the website under Community tab, there's project updates for most of the projects that are happening in the borough at this point. PSE&G was supposed to start milling today, but due to the weather last week, I'm sure that they've gotten held up, so they have not.
My house at 7:30 this morning.
Were they?
Yeah,
The signage is up.
right when I needed to leave for work.
Perfect.
Perfect.
So milling and paving starting today, tomorrow, and running through, looks like the 18th of June, with paving starting on the 19th and going through June 24th. And those are on various streets throughout the borough by PSE&G. On the same page is the anticipated borough paving. On our next agenda, there'll be a purchase order for this year's borough paving schedule, and it's considerable. And I think there's about 18 streets, maybe 15 to 18 streets that we'll be covering. So there is no schedule for that yet. The tentative streets are up. So as soon as we get more information on that, I will fill it in. South Street water main replacement is moving down the street at a pretty good clip, except for last night when they hit a gas main, and they spent the entire night repairing the gas main. So once they get down to the intersection at Central, They will then backtrack back to OLP, and they'll start jack and boring underneath the bridges by OLP and the Murray Hill Inn. And that will still be evening work, but there'll be Jersey barriers set up, so traffic will just get a little bit more interesting in those areas.
But school will be out.
School will be out, and the timing for that was based on that. And the Passaic Street Bridge, we have no new updates on that yet. We did reach out to the county this morning, well, actually to the contractor this morning. Haven't heard anything back. As soon as there's something on that, it will also be posted on the website. That tab, just for information's sake, gas line replacement, safe routes to school, traffic safety, water main, Passaic Street Bridge, South Street water main replacement, road paving. So there's tabs for all of it. As we get the information, we're populating it. And that's all I have.
All I want to say is that Division Avenue turned out nice.
Yes.
And I heard somebody from Summit complaining that, you know what, they're going a little too fast down there now.
Yes.
But at any rate, it came out nice, a project long overdue, and I'm glad it finally got done. Okay, at this time we have public comments, opportunity for any member of the public to be heard about issues that are not separate topics scheduled for tonight's hearing, to help facilitate an orderly meeting, to permit all to be heard speakers are asked to limit their comments to 3 minutes. Okay, anybody wishing to address council? Yes, Alan.
Alan Swanson, 47 Overhill Road. I did make some comments earlier at the conference meeting related to affordable housing. I'd like to add to those comments. And they have to do again with information. Mayor Morgan, you have correctly pointed out that the best information in terms of accuracy is on the website. But I believe it can be improved. It can be improved by something I didn't mention earlier, which was to make things a little bit more user-friendly in terms of how the information is presented to people. Most of the people, I mean, there are, 14,000 or so people live in the town, 10,000 registered voters. Nearly all of them really don't have the knowledge base that all of us in this room have. And so it makes it difficult sometimes to understand some of the information that's there that's complex. And I want to use the example of the Board of Adjustment meetings, minutes from May 6th. They're there. I think the minutes are great. Margaret Kuntz does a great job in covering all of the aspects of the meeting. But if you go to the website and you look at them, they're 9 pages long. I guarantee you, in terms of user-friendly, it's difficult for the citizens if they're wanting to know what's going on. The reason I use that as an example is, as you know, Mayor Morgan, there's a significant issue related to EMS services at Lantern Hill, which was the subject of the May 6th Board of Adjustment meeting, the expansion of Lantern Hill, and it has been a discussion since last year about the burden on our local EMS services that doubling the size of Lantern Hill would create. And that was a significant portion of the meeting, of the Board of Adjustment meeting on May 6th. And the 9 pages, as far as I'm concerned, being at the meeting, are an excellent synopsis of what occurred at the meeting, which was over 2 hours long. And since those meetings start at 8 o'clock at night, usually there's 1 or 2 people there. I don't have an easy solution, but that's really an important, the EMS issue is a significant issue as it relates to the expansion of Lantern Hill. And I think it's important for many of the citizens who would be interested to know exactly what's happening with regard to that discussion, so that they know that you're asking the right questions. Because I believe the process is really working very well, but people aren't aware of what's happening in that process, because it's 9 pages long and they don't know exactly how this is all operating. So I don't know how to, it's kind of like you have to create a, kind of like you would be producing some kind of a synopsis of an article of what's happening there and looking at the issues.
I don't know if we can do that legally, because you have to put down the minutes that have been approved legally, so
Isn't it a formal process?
it's
how
a
you do minutes?
formal thing.
It's not like for entertainment
Yeah.
Well, I'm
value,
not,
it's more so
I'm
for-
not saying that that, what I'm saying is that somebody could, if you had it like a reporting, a press report. If the press was present at that meeting, there would be a press report of what happened, and people would be told that the EMS is a significant issue as it relates to the expansion of Lantern Hill. And in fact, that they would know that members of the Board of Adjustment are not convinced that Lantern Hill has met what is required for them to.
That shouldn't be discussed here, but what I.
Well, it's a public meeting, it's the Board of Adjustment, I can go and watch it on the
You can go to
television.
the Board of Adjustment and talk to them about it. We're not on the Board of Adjustment.
I'm using it as an example of what you would be telling the Board of Adjustment or someone that you need to be
The thing
putting the
is-
information out. I don't want to discuss the Board of Adjustment or
Okay,
the
I don't want
issue.
to get in confrontation. We have to follow the ordinances, right? When you go to the Board of Adjustment, they need a waiver from those ordinances, all right? So we cannot tell the Board of Adjustment what to do. That's exactly why elected officials aren't on the Board of Adjustment. We're on the planning board, but not on the Board of Adjustment. Am I correct, Paul?
What you're saying has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
Yes,
What
it
I'm
is,
saying
because-
is a reporting of
Okay.
what happened at the meeting.
All right.
Not, I don't want you to give your opinion to the Board of Adjustment.
You
In fact,
just
when-
said you want us to talk to them.
I want you, I'm using this as an example. I could use the example of the project,
Alan,
the Bank of America project
okay,
over here that on the website
I don't want
says,
to, I don't want to cut you off. We've already told you that we can't put a synopsis in because we legally have to put in what the approved minutes are. That's the law. I can't change that. The other thing, the thing with the EMS, we have had, I think, 8 meetings with Lantern Hill. And the Board of Adjustment, that is not in their purview. They are supposed to look at the building and the zoning. The public safety, we have met, I mean, Jessica's been there, we've had the fire people there, we've had numerous meetings with Atlantic. We've had a lot of meetings, and we're working with Lantern Hill to try and come up with a solution. The problem is, it's not just Lantern Hill that's the problem. It's a regional problem. You have Runnels down the street, whatever they call it now. You have Summit Health. You have Oaks and Summit. You have nursing homes. You have Spring Grove here. So it's actually a regional problem. So we're actually looking to work with the county and try and come up with a couple different solutions to this problem.
do you report that to the people so that they know that that's happening?
I
That's
will
my
at the
point.
appropriate
My point isn't, I know that you're doing these things, and it's great.
But
You're
Alan-
not telling the people. I know it happens because I
Alan-
come to the meetings.
Alan, I report that at the Board of Adjustment meeting. That's where I have to report it because they have to make the decisions.
Can I just comment? I think your
Yeah.
original example was transparency and,
Yeah.
and that the borough website is the best source of information. And I think you started with affordable housing. And on our government webpage, there is an affordable housing tab that shows all the information. I believe that's where we're going to continue to post the timeline and all the updates. So back to your point of having the website being a good source of information, the only source for information.
We can't change what's required by law.
I don't want you to change anything. I'm just saying that I think that you could report in a more user-friendly manner to the public, that, so that they have a better understanding of the process.
Okay,
That's why people don't participate. They don't know what the process is. There's, what, 3 people here tonight?
but they're publicly, the meetings are publicly noticed. Anyone else wishing to address council? Seeing no one, I declare the public comments closed. Can I have a motion for 1 through? 17. I'm getting there. 17, please.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Belisca?
Aye.
Mr. Kaminsky?
Aye.
Mr. DeSarno?
Aye.
Mrs. Joffrey?
Yes.
Mr. Kogan?
Yes.
Mrs. McKnight?
Yes.
Okay. Can I have a motion for adjournment, please?
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No?
Aye.
Okay, so be it.
That was a pause.
Have a good night.